So it's midterm elections.
Yeah.
Nesquik voted. I voted. The big issues for the 22 midterm election. I mean, it's not nothing.
Anything that we weren't already concerned about.
Yeah, I mean, nothing so major, but just who's going to control Congress, what's going to happen for the next 2 years with immigration, the economy, investigations of Trump.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing, no big deal at all with this election,
It's not heavy news.
No news at all. Actually, recent CNN polling said, no shock, the economy is the number one thing on the minds of Americans as they go to vote. There are 36 seats up in the Senate. There are 236 seats up for the House of Representatives. The Senate, if you remember, is split 50-50.
Yeah.
And the Democrats only control the House by 4 votes. Historically, in the midterm elections, midterm elections are always the second year of the president. Historically, the party out of power gains seats in the House of Representatives. And of course, we're dealing with inflation, economy, immigration, crime. There's a lot of issues out there.
Yeah, I feel like the conversation of recession has been all that I hear online. So,
well, you know, Bill Clinton was very famous in 1992 when George Bush, the elder Bush, Senior, remember his famous "Read my lips, no new taxes," and then he raised taxes, and then the economy was not doing well going into that 1992 election, and there was a lot of issues that Bill Clinton, you know, that George Bush was talking about. He just won the Iraq War, and he was talking about a lot of different issues. And Bill Clinton very famously said, I believe it was Bill Clinton said this, "It's the economy, stupid."
Right.
And that was the only thing Bill Clinton talked about, because that's the only thing people cared about.
Yeah.
And still we're looking 30 years later.
Literally 30
it's
years.
It's still the economy, stupid.
Yeah.
We have very high inflation. People don't feel the economy is doing well. And the voters are going to take it out on the party that they believe is responsible. And right now, the party that the voters think is responsible, unfortunately, at least as far as I'm concerned,
right.
Some people may say, fortunately, some people are Republicans, I'm a Democrat, so unfortunately, they're going to take it out on the Democrats. Crime, by the way, crime is the number two issue on people's minds behind, according to the Gallup polling.
There's been so many mass shootings.
Yes. People feel
Gun
unsafe.
laws.
People feel unsafe, especially in big cities like New York, Los Angeles, Chicago. I'm not sure how people feel, you know, in the suburbs they feel more unsafe. Whether or not that feeling is justified doesn't matter, because people vote on feelings. They don't vote on facts. Jinx.
Yeah. I knew where you were going with that.
Yes, they don't vote on facts. They vote on feelings. And people don't feel safe.
Yeah.
So we have a situation right here in New York where Governor Kathy Hochul was expected to cruise to victory.
Yeah.
And the Republican challenger, Lee Zeldin, who is against pro-life, not pro-choice, and has been hammering Kathy Hochul about crime in New York City and crime in the suburbs. And it resonates with a certain group of people.
Yeah.
And it's going to be what was supposed to be a runaway for the Democratic governor.
It's a big group of people.
Is going to be a nail-biter. And some polls before today, the last few days, even had Zeldin in the lead. Now, 9 months ago, when Roe versus Wade was overturned, we were all talking about that's going to be the number one issue. They're taking women's rights away.
Yeah.
But apparently, economy, crime, even immigration is outpacing abortion in terms of what is prioritized by people in the voting booth. Now, according to CNN poll, 44% of Americans say immigration is extremely important to them. That doesn't necessarily mean that all 44% of those Americans who feel immigration is extremely important to them is pro-immigration.
Right.
Many of them may be
That's true.
anti-immigration, may be restrictionists.
Yep.
So we have a situation where it's very possible, if you believe the polls and you believe what's being read in the newspaper, that at the end of the night tonight, you're going to have a Congress that's Republican, both House of Representatives and the U.S. Senate. And what is that going to lead to? Not a lot.
Right. For now, anyway.
It is not going to lead to a lot. This is what you could expect if we have a Republican Congress with a President Joe Biden for the next 2 years. If Republicans get control of the House, expect a lot of investigations into Joe Biden and Hunter Biden, the son. They've been talking about his laptop for years now. They're going to finally get a chance
to get in there,
to get into the laptop and see what's going on with Hunter Biden. And he was on, and Burisma, which was an energy company in Ukraine that he was on the board of trustees, a board of directors. And at least the Republican stance is, well, what does Hunter Biden know anything about energy? Why is he on this board of directors of a Ukrainian energy company? He knows nothing about Ukraine. He knows nothing about politics, and he knows nothing about energy. Why is he there?
So it makes him look very suspicious.
Very suspicious, right. Now, maybe, who knows? They're going to investigate the withdrawal from Afghanistan. They're going to politicize that withdrawal. It's already been politicized a lot.
It's like giving the opposite party so much ammo.
Correct. They are going to investigate why the FBI went and into Mar-a-Lago and took Trump's documents. The FBI says he didn't take Trump's documents. We took American documents that Trump stole. It depends what side of the aisle you're on. They're going to probably at least probably look to try to impeach Joe Biden at some point in the next 2 years as payback for what the Democrats did to Donald Trump. As a matter of fact, Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, Republican of Georgia, has already introduced legislation to impeach Joe Biden.
So the conversation is already started.
Yes. Another possible two impeachments could be Merrick Garland, who is investigating Donald Trump, and Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas of the Department of Homeland Security, who's being blamed for what's happening at the border. Expect a lot of gridlock, a lot of political investigation. Joe Biden said today, if the Republicans take control of Congress, he has a special veto pen. So whatever they pass is going to be vetoed anyway. So expect, if this is what happens, expect gridlock for 2 years and lots of partisan investigations by the Republicans. As a matter of fact, if there's a Supreme Court nominee, expect if the Republicans take control of the Senate, expect the head of the Republican caucus, Mitch McConnell of Kentucky, to block any hearings on nominating a Supreme Court justice, like what he did with Obama.
So we've
Expect
seen
that
it
to
before.
happen. We've seen it before.
Yeah, he'll do it again.
He will do it again. So that's what we could expect. A lot more misery for 2 more years.
Oh, goodness. Sounds like so many headlines in one schmooze.
Yes, a lot more misery for 2 more years. That's what I'm expecting. Thanks for watching. For more Bradshaw Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.